But you know, we live in a time now where you can just look on YouTube and you can find all kind of stuff about training horses. And, you know, if you watch enough of them, heck, it'll make you thinking, well, heck, just about anybody can train a horse, which is true. But, you have this microphone on you like that, everybody. But however, you know, there's a lot more to horsemanship than just using the round pin, and, you know, just just going in there and just lunging the horse. You know, there's a lot more to it. It's a little more in depth than that. Just gonna walk him around for a second, get him warmed up. But, you know, too, like when we start these colts, like, I don't know, the most of them, the first ride or two is outside the round corral. It's not in here. It's not in the round pen. It's outside, and the horse just has a better attitude, and especially if you're working one that's been worked before. And if he's kind of learned, you know, some bad habits, you know, you can sure work them from up here, and it'll sure help you out. But Bo feels pretty loose here. I just want to walk him around, man, be sure he was good to go. I don't want to get bucked off yet. You know, you think about the fact that these horses are the same age, but this is a lot more farther up. He's a lot more farther along in his training than what this horse is, and that just kind of tells you the difference in the horses. So just like Ed was doing this morning on the ground, he was working his horse's hind quarter and working the front quarter. So that's what I'm going to do. The only thing is that I'm up here, and so I'll just do it up here. And so see, this colt can see me from above here. I kind of make some noise. I can pat. I can do a lot of stuff here. If I can reach out and touch him, you know, with my leg, where your leg would be when you're riding the horse, you know, I can touch him here. I'm going to side pass my horse over. See, I can bump on him right here, so he'll have an idea about my leg, kind of about how to get off that pressure, you know, when I use my legs on him. Now, Bo, the reason I brought him is because he's younger and he's more green than my red horse. My red horse, he probably wouldn't make a mistake, but you're going to see Bo make some mistakes, so I'll correct him if he does. And, you know, he still thinks that he gets to have an opinion on about what we're doing. But, you know, he doesn't, but he just hasn't learned that yet. You know, probably another year or so working horses, he'll figure out, well, it's just a job, it's just something we do. So your horse should be able to neck rein. You should be able to neck rein that horse and get him over. You know, it shouldn't be like your saddle horse, like you shouldn't still be having to ride him like this, you know, two-handed, you know. He should have enough handiness to him to be able to neck rein that horse around. And so let's just say, like we all do desensitizing, right? I mean, that's something we all do. So what we'll do, over here, little buddy. Over here and get my flag here. And now before you do this, if you're working over a colt, you know, one that's not been handled, you kind of get close and take 4 or 5 wraps around here. And if you're not real handy at using the rope, you might ought to practice on some logs first. But you know, so we'll just desensitize this colt here just like this, waving this flag. And I don't want him to think that I'm trying to stop him. I don't want him to stop, but I do want him just to be able to take some of this pressure. We'll yield the hind quarter. I'm going to step his front across. There you go, buddy. If you start getting in a bind, you can always turn loose. That's something else with my horn here, is that it's not wrapped in rubber, so it will slide. I mean, it won't slide right now. I've got 5 or 6 wraps on there, but if you use rubber, if you take 1 wrap, then your rope's not going to slide. But see, I take this flag over here where my leg's going to be, see? And so if he felt like he needed to kick at that, well, that's okay. He's not going to hurt me. And see, just like that right there, see? See, I'm out of harm's way here. So let's work the other side of him. This seems to be the back a little bow. So you change up everything when you move sides here. Take a couple of wraps. Now we'll work this side. And we're going to ride this horse in a little bit, and I've ridden him 4 times is all I've ridden him. I'm going to show you how I prepare one to get them, you know, where you can ride them. We just touch him with this flag. Touch him everywhere. Side pass bow up to him here. Touch him down that leg over there. If he's going to have a problem, I'd rather him have the problem now before I get on him, than wait till after I get on him. Does that make sense? When you're working your saddle horse, Bo still hasn't started doing it yet, but like once you work them enough, they'll start to duck their head under so you don't have to let go of everything. Yeah, like right there. See, so now I'm on the other side, and I didn't have to pop my dallies. Look. So he's starting to look for that. All right, so the next thing you do is you got to do some changing of the eyes. And this will give you an opportunity to work your horse also. Just like Ed was doing this morning, he was back in a circle. He was back in a circle to the right, and he was back in a circle to the left. See, this is everything he was talking about. It's just under saddle now. This is where you put that shoe. All right, so now I change them in. Then my right leg will come back. We change the bend, we're back to left circle. And you see Bo, his head's kind of up. He's not exactly perfect. He's just a young horse. I haven't ridden him in about, 2 weeks. I'm always riding horses for everyone else, so I don't hardly get a chance much to ride my own. So, and that's why he's so far behind a little bit too, is because I work so many others. But all right, so the next exercise is it's a softening exercise, and it also allows the horse to see you from both sides. I like to just put my rope right there around the horn, and I'm going to step my horse away from him here, and I'm just going to hold that right there. I'll wait. Release him. Good job. Back low. Good job, buddy. And you wouldn't think that exercise has a whole lot of meaning. I don't know if any of you ever heard of Ray Hunt, but that was about the only groundwork I ever seen the man do much of was that. He was a firm believer in changing eyes on the horse, especially the young horse. And even though that we're working this horse here, I'm still working my horse, so I'm just getting my horse handier because he has to back, he has to move his hind quarters, he has to move his front quarters, he has to kind of do the whole deal. Now, I'd stop him before he went like all the way across because he might scare himself. So just if you get 1 foot and just back him off. But it's not my responsibility to get him straight. That's his responsibility to get himself straight. Okay? See, there he's crooked. Find your feet, buddy. Good. And once they give you a couple good tries, and that's the other thing too, don't just keep hammering it into them. You got to take them away from them and just let them breathe. And two, on your whip, when you use your whip, don't use a flag and don't use a stick and string. Just use a little short little whip, because the only thing that flag will do is just, it'll kind of get his attention on that flag versus his attention on the obstacle is where all his attention should be. All right? So again, as soon as he acknowledges the obstacle, I'm going to see if you just walk on across it here. If he falls off it, that's all right. And get it as good as you can get it for that day, and then let it be. It doesn't have to be perfect today. There you go, buddy. Good. And just walk him back off away from it again. If you start your course with this position, that's how you need to finish it. It's in the same position, okay? We get to the obstacle, we'll lift our hand, up and across. Well, if I were going to the barn, I shouldn't have to be looking at him, micromanaging what he's doing. If you turn to look at him, then all your presence is going towards him. And so just your presence, just your feel that you're putting off is going to stop him or slow him down. And that'll make your run not as smooth. We judge quite a bit of this stuff, and it's kind of amazing, like, to have people come up and they'll say, well, I done that, and I done this. Like, yeah, you done it like everybody does it. But it's who can make it look the best, Do it just like you're going to go through the course there. Looking up. Oh, yeah. All right, so see, he slipped off with 1 foot, so that may not have been a 5. It may have been a 4 or a 3, But that's okay. All right, Kelsey. And so she's my wife, so I can push her a little bit because I know her horse is pretty good. He can handle this. So, all right, Kelsey, show us how to kick the ball right here. You kick it downhill or up there, either one you want to do. But just ride to it and do it just like you were. There you go. Huh. I go get it and push it back around over here and I'll put it back up. Good. Good job. I'll now bring it back over here to me, if you can. And we set up goals sometimes out in the, like out in the arena, we'll set up like a goalie and then we'll push it, back and forth. Just give some purpose. You getting a drink? There you go. All right, cool. Good, thank you. All right, so now we'll see if Blue can push it. So you saw what it's supposed to look like. That's what it's supposed to look like. Oh, but now something else though, like her horse, like he's a little bit more naturally pushy just by nature than what this horse is. This horse not really pushy. So he may have a hard time with it. He's going to lick it. Just, like Hogan, I think it was pretty easy for him pretty much, from the beginning, because he liked to push stuff. So we'll see if we can get Blue to push it just a little bit here. And like right there, see, I just quit, just stop. So you get the one step. Good job, buddy. But just don't make a big deal out of it. Don't back it because he did nothing wrong. He just didn't know. But what you could do is, if they are afraid of it, just like what she's saying, is like I might just roll it around. Just let the horse follow. Okay, well that might be a good place to start then, just like that. Or just like she said, if you do it with a buddy, I can walk up through here, Joseph, and I'll just walk along. And just let that horse just follow along, just like he's following there, I mean, you'd be surprised how much more confidence that gives him. Oh, is that a good job, buddy? Come here. And something else too is like you can get the ball going. I'll get it straight here. And I just try to time it with his foot, just kind of let him bump it like that. You don't have to bump it a lot, but just a little bit. And if you start your horse with a whip, I don't think I've ever cracked a whip around him, so it'll be the first time. I just kind of want to walk away from him. Just let him follow me, okay? All right, Kelsey, I'm gonna crack it. And so when you crack it though, just like, say I'm walking just like I'm going to the barn. I'm not looking at the horse. I'm just walking, cracking the whip. Once they give you, 5 or 6 cracks, you can stop and pet him. But like, don't do too much of this desensitizing with having the horse stand still, because you'll get him locking up on you. If you do, and then what I mean by that is like a horse will stand frozen, and then once if he reaches like his limit, well, then he's just going to explode. And so I do most of my desensitizing just having the horse walk around. And see how I stop? See, it stopped my horse. And so we've been cracking on the right side, so now we've got to crack the left side. And as he gets better and better, about it, then I'll just get closer and closer. And so he gives me a couple of good tries on the one side, we'll move the other. That's pretty good. Good job, buddy. And then back through it again, then I'll explain what you're doing with your hands and your legs. Alright, so when she backs this first turn here, her right leg's going to be back and she's going to shorten that right rein. Okay? There we go. So her legs are even right now. All right, now she's got her right leg on to push the hip. The right rein was shorter. I see this time she's already started a lot better, so this will be more points. All right, so now the left leg will come back, and left rein will get short. Feeling through there. So that was much better than the first time. Good job.